Hey guys, welcome to the Creative Arena. So in today's Elementor tips and tricks, I'm going to show you the best way to create buttons of different widths and sizes easily on Elementor. So at the end of this tutorial, we're going to create something that looks like this. As you can see, these are various buttons of different sizes, as you can see. Now, they are also responsive on all devices. You can check it out on tablet. I'm going to show you how to achieve this easily, and also on mobile, you could see. Okay, so without further delay, let's dive in and get started. Okay, so in our Elementor editing screen, we have already designed this here. So I'm just going to recreate this from the scratch so we can see exactly how I was able to achieve this. So I'm just going to come over here, click on this plus icon here and select the flexbox container. Then I'll select the structure here and I'll come over to the minimal height, change the uniform pixel to VH and give it a value of 100. Okay, then I'm going to come over here, justify content to the center and align items to the center. Click on this plus icon here and come over to our elements area and drag the button widget and drop it here. Now you can see that before now, Elementor used to have a feature that where you can select the size of button you want. Is it medium, small size, large, extra large, and all that? But they seem to have taken that out. You cannot find it anywhere else. Now they've also given us the ability to create buttons of different widths and sizes, which I believe some of us are not aware of, and I'm going to show you the best way to achieve that. You may think that the best way to go about creating a button of different sizes is just go over to where you have the padding, then unlink it. To the top you can give it the padding of 20, to the bottom 20, and then to the right you can give it the padding of 300, to the left 300, and voila, you now have a long button or a button with full width. And then if you want to increase the width to have something that looks like this, you can just continue increasing it. Let's say you set it to 400, 500 pixel, or you can even change the unit to percentage and just increase the whole thing. But there is a problem with this. When you add too much padding, it may look good on the desktop, but when you go over to the tablet, you start seeing something like this is broken, and then you now have an overflow of this nature. You now have to come over, start adjusting the padding till you get what you want. You might even get what you want at the end of it. You might see that, let's say we can come over here now and decrease this. Let's say we'll bring it to 300 and 300. Okay, and then the top 20 and bottom 20. Okay, we'll now have it looking great on tablet. Now we'll come over to the mobile to adjust this. Now you can see it looks bad. Okay, so now you can still come over here and try to adjust it as well. And then if your button text, let's say we adjust it, let's just practicalize what we're working with. So now come over here, top 20, bottom 20, and then to the right we can reduce it to, let's say, 100, and then 100. Okay, we don't have then okay, we can still increase it to, let's say, 150, and then 150. Okay, it's too large. 150 is too large. We can bring it to 120. On 120, we just keep guessing and guessing and guessing until we get what we want, or we could either make use of percentage to get it easy. But the problem with actually going with padding is in a situation whereby, let's bring it to 120. Okay, in the situation whereby the button text is lengthy, let's say we have click here to view more. Now you're gonna have this issue with broken text. Your text will now have to break to the next line, and this doesn't look great. The UI is not beautiful at all if you're working on a project for a client. So now I'm going to show you the best way to go about achieving this. So we're just going to come over here to our desktop, and then I'm just going to delete this button here, and then I'm going to start it out afresh. Come over to our element area and drag a button and drop it here. Now for this button here, what we can do here to increase the width of the button is we can go to the style option here, and we don't even have to come over to the padding. Now we just come over here to where we have the position, as you can see here. Now there is this final option here called the stretch. Now we'll click on this stretch here. Now the next thing we're going to do here is we're just going to come over here to where we'll have the advanced settings. Now we're going to come down here to where we'll have the width. Now we'll set it to custom width. Now with this we can have the ability to stretch our button to whatever size we want. Now we can just come over here, increase it, as you can see. Set it to 100, it's going to take the full width like so, as you can see, which is great. And if you have a text that is as long as possible, you can still have it all here. You can just copy this out and duplicate it, and you can see you just keep adding and adding and adding. But that is not actually good. So now, in a situation where you want to reduce this, we can check the responsiveness of this button, this full width button we've created here by just coming over to the tablet. You can see there is no overflow here. Let's just remove. There is no overflow here, but we still have our button full width here. And we'll come over to the mobile. We still have our button full width on the mobile, no overflow, unlike what we have when we're using the padding. And we can also come over here and increase the text here. And we can see it didn't break. Okay, so now we've able to achieve this. Now the next thing I'm going to tell you is that let's go over to our desktop. Now you might be thinking that, okay, since we've been able to achieve this, what if I come over to my button and then go over here to my style option here, and I remove this stretch, and then I go to the advanced editor and just give it a custom width. You can see now that yes, you still have the custom width here. Okay, but all that does is it just takes up that space, that full width space, that 100% space, but it doesn't actually stretch the button to that length or that width you want it to be. Okay, so it is always advisable that you, before you adjust the width of your button, you always set it to stretch, and then you can do, adjust it as you want. Come over to the advanced settings, and then you reduce the size as you want. As you can see, reduce the size, and then you can align it however you want. Align it however you want to the center, and also makes it easy. Okay, so that is how I've been able to create these buttons of different size here, as you can see here, that is responsive on all devices. We're able to adjust the width to suit whatever device I am working with. Okay, so that's pretty much it about this tutorial. I hope you've learned something new from this tutorial. If you've done so, please remember to give this video a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button so you get notified first when I drop a new video. But until then, see you in our next video, and feel free to drop a comment wherever you're confused, and I'll do well to attend to as much as I can. Bye bye.